Does a loss damage your legacy?
I don't look at my life as a legacy. Legacy to me means ego. Who the cares about my legacy? I'm gonna be dead soon one day, but he's not gonna win. I've always been in the gym training. I'm boxing professional fighters. I'm just, activity is great. I had 15 fights in 1 year when I was younger, and I think activity is great, but I'm prepared. I'm just ready to go.
It's what the world demanded. I put myself in the right position to make it happen. So I put myself in the right position to make it happen. It's all about chess. And it's not really about being on a chessboard anymore. It's about controlling the chessboard. And, you know, that's what I was able to do.
Floyd Mayweather admitted he asked for the Mike Tyson fight for one simple reason: the chance to earn another 9-figure payday. If the money was there, he saw no reason to walk away from it.
How did Floyd Money Mayweather control the chessboard with this particular fight?
Well, easy, you know, I knew what to say, you know, I knew when to say it, I knew what to post on social media, and I know, you know, some cool people in some cool places to make certain calls, you know, to make this big event happen.
Did you want this fight, or did you respond to somebody who wanted you?
Actually, I asked for the fight. I think it was kind of mutual. You know, I think I wanted to fight. Pretty sure he wanted to fight. But we're here now.
You wanted to fight. Why? Not just because that's what the people wanted. I know, I got that answer, but what else?
I mean, if I could put myself in a position to make 9 figures, why not? Why not? So I put myself in a position.
Mike Tyson remains confident he is the best, entering the fight with a champion's mindset.
It's a war. When we left alone. You gotta really believe that. It's all I ever lived for. It's all I ever lived for. Doubt should be eliminated. You should be a doubt annihilator. My mentor even look, I got a little man, I want it all. No, I'm talking, I want it all. You be careful what you wish for, you might get it. You kill people in the ring, you should kill doubt in your mind, and then your soul and your heart, kill it, it's dead.
Mike Tyson started his training and displays raw power during mid-work, his sharp footwork and impactful punches amplified by intense focus and increasing strength.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Sit roll. Bang, bang, boom. Sit roll. What's the best one? What's the best one, coach? What's the best one, coach? Sit roll. Hey, put a shot. Isso, that's it. Sit roll. Put a shot. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look where your left hook is when you finish, Mike. Even Floyd Mayweather Jr. also trains with remarkable sharpness and agility, looking youthful as he displays the speed and precision of his prime.
Slide and drop. Punch it, wait till here we go. Drop, drop. Walking, walking, walking. Pitch it. Pitch it. 6. Punch it. Pitch it. Watch it, watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See. have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance.
Mike Tyson believed boxing is currently plagued by its champions and contenders not facing each other. This frustration fuels his own willingness to return to the ring, suggesting the old guard will deliver the desired matchup.
Got you. How are you feeling about the state of boxing at this particular moment in time? What do you like about it? What don't you like about boxing right now?
I think boxing is very exciting. It has a bunch of great competitive champions and contenders. It's just that they're not getting the time to fight one another.
Tyson believed that a clash between two explosive, powerful fighters with a keen sense of timing and an understanding of each other's attack generation would be compelling.
My hands up most of the time, and I work from a lower position. But we both, like as I was saying earlier, we both pretty much catapult ourselves in the air when we're punching. That's where we receive most of our power.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is confident and ready to prove he still has his skill and fire.
The best scenario is to keep it on cruise control, go out there, have some fun, and do what I do best. And that's beat Floyd Mayweather.
Gene Kilroy visited and motivated Mike Tyson in training camp, increasing his confidence and pushing him harder.
How do you feel?
I don't feel what the word old. I don't feel that.
No. Well, you're smart going into the new wave.
No, it's always the old wave. It's always this.
Yeah.
I could do all this stuff and I have this and this.
Yeah, that's what you need. The will determine the skill.
Yeah.
The story of success is be around successful people.
I don't believe that.
No. What can you lose? What can you win from a loser?
Huh? You can learn how not to lose.
Huh?
You can learn how not to lose.
Okay, you learn how not to lose.
Yeah.
But you don't,
You get more out of losing than you do out of winning.
Okay, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a heart operation.
Yeah.
But there's a good guy's going to operate on me. Nice guy, nice guy. But there's another guy's who did 20 operations. Who are you going to recommend?
Furthermore, Gene Kilroy fires up Mike Tyson during heavy bag work, praising his strength, urging intensity, building belief, fueling ambition, grit, speed, and a championship mindset.
20 seconds. And then they end. It's just like that.
You did more workouts than what I've seen you than the whole time you fought Lennox Lewis. Am I right or wrong?
Different era, brother.
It's a whole new ball game. I'm proud of you, Mike.
One of the most unavoidable talking points surrounding the upcoming Mayweather-Tyson exhibition was the cold reality of their ages. At 59, Tyson was pushing nearly 6 decades, while Mayweather, at 48, hadn't seen the right side of 40 in nearly a decade. In a sport where reflexes fired in milliseconds and recovery could make or break a fighter, the numbers on the birth certificate mattered more than any highlight reel. Boxing demanded speed, stamina, and durability, attributes that faded whether a legend wanted them to or not. Both men had stayed in remarkable shape, but conditioning only did so much when the body started pushing back. Stepping through those ropes at this stage carried a risk no amount of legacy could cancel out.
What they seem to be, though, is less so a fight promotion and more so rights holders. They hold the global rights to HBO World Championship Boxing and a number of other Comcast events. Basically, their business is they lease out the rights for footage to old fights to different networks or entities. So it is a bit weird to see them involved in a fight which I would have to assume the cost would be close to 9 figures to stage. It's just honestly puzzling, but seeing there's apparently more information about broadcast partnerships to come, I guess we'll see soon who else is involved. But bottom line, why is this happening?
The 11-year age gap between Mayweather and Tyson added a fascinating layer to the matchup, forcing questions about reflexes, conditioning, and whether either man could maintain pace over multiple rounds. But experience had a way of evening the scales. Decades of ring intelligence, tactical awareness, and hard-earned composure allowed both men to compensate for what time had taken. Still, the advanced stage of their careers meant this exhibition was never just entertainment. It became something rarer. A live case study in resilience, adaptability, and longevity. For fans, it offered a glimpse of how legends managed the impossible balancing act, fighting father time while the whole world watched.
Well, Tyson's last outing with Paul has set the groundwork to show just how big an exhibition fight can truly be. Now, exhibitions are a thing we've seen throughout the history of boxing, it's nothing new. Even the great Ali ended up in odd exhibitions for big paydays. Yet what Paul Tyson showed is you can take a fighter like Tyson, who doesn't have much left to give, and whip up a promotion to make the public believe he's back in his prime, and as a result do some of the biggest numbers seen in the last decade. The quality of the fight itself doesn't matter because, hey, you're already watching. And at a guess, that's exactly what they're going to try to do here. In the press release, they didn't really talk about how great of a fight it's going to be, rather how robust their promotional campaign will be, with weekly premium storytelling, which of course probably will do numbers.
But Ade Oladipo cast a skeptical eye on the reported Mayweather-Tyson clash in Congo, questioning whether the event was actually moving forward or quietly dissolving behind the scenes. The February announcement for a September date struck him as excessive, far longer than the standard 3 or 4 month promotion cycle. That kind of runway, he suggested, pointed to either an ambitious global rollout or uncertainty lurking beneath the surface. He also scrutinized Netflix's growing role in spectacle-driven matchups, wondering whether the streaming giant was fully committed or simply testing the waters of combat sports entertainment.
I mean, is that now scrapped? And there was also talk about Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in the Congo. Is that now scrapped? Why are they announcing this several months before the event? I mean, is it a massive build-up? I mean, when you think about it, most fights are announced 3 months, 4? Before an event. This one, September. We are in February, people. Like, what is going on? I mean, what are Netflix doing? Netflix are kind of, obviously they're picking up and putting on really random stuff, like Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. If you are an MMA fan, that fight was supposed to happen way more than a decade ago. They're doing it now. Will it get big numbers? I guess it kind of will. They've obviously done the Jake Paul stuff, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul versus AJ. They done massive numbers. Crawford Canelo, a serious fight, and then they're doing this. So I guess Netflix are only doing things that...
Ade acknowledged that from crossover experiments to the staggering numbers Jake Paul consistently drew, the platform's formula was simple mass appeal above all else. And as random as it sometimes felt, he admitted the approach clearly worked. Despite his skepticism, Ade spoke as a genuine admirer of Floyd Mayweather Jr., tracing his own boxing fandom from Mike Tyson's dominant era through the British icons and eventually back to America, largely because of Mayweather's brilliance. In his eyes, Floyd was a rare breed of fighter who mastered both marketing and ring intelligence, much like Conor McGregor had in his own unconventional sphere.
I am a massive Floyd fan. Like, my journey into boxing, obviously when I was young, it was very much Mike Tyson, but then it went and became a UK thing. The ITV days of, I don't know, Ben Eubank, etc., Michael Watson, and then eventually Joe Calzaghe, Prince Nassim, etc., etc. My reason for going back and watching American boxing is solely down to Floyd. Like, I was obsessed with everything Floyd Mayweather did. I thought he was a genius when it comes to marketing and a genius in the ring. Like, it's very rare that the two go together, which is why I think everyone kind of fell in love with Conor McGregor, right? Because Conor McGregor was a genius outside the ring in terms of how to sell a fight. And in the octagon, he actually proved that he can fight as well. Floyd, obviously on a completely different level, but you know what I mean? Very similar. Someone that talks the talk and walks the walk. And Floyd most certainly did it.
Moving ahead to Johnny Nelson, he pulled back the curtain on the Mayweather-Tyson meeting, highlighting dynamics that casual fans might easily miss. He pointed out that despite his age, Mayweather continued flashing remarkable speed and precision in training, moving with a sharpness that left even seasoned observers surprised. The bags didn't lie, and Floyd's intensity reflected decades of disciplined preparation.
But then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He's still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all. And even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place, and that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. Completely. But you've got to remember, these guys are individuals, their fathers, their brothers, or whatever, and they still want to earn a massive chunk of money. Where's Mike Tyson? Whatever they're getting paid. Where's Mike Tyson at 59 going to earn this kind of money? Where's Floyd Mayweather at this time of life going to make this kind of money? It doesn't matter what we say about legacy. These guys are still going to live. These guys are still thinking, you know what, I'll take the heat, I'll take the criticism, but you know what, my bank account's all right, my family's all right. And I know it's crude, and I know it takes the shine off it, but that's real talk. So these guys are now in a position where where people want to pay them a lot of money to fight each other. It's against somebody they don't like. So again, ego's going to get the better of common sense with Mike, as far as I'm concerned.
Wade Plemons didn't hold back his concerns over the proposed Mayweather-Tyson exhibition, pointing to a layer of the conversation that often went ignored. He argued that comparisons between Tyson and Muhammad Ali frequently crossed into disrespectful territory, especially given that Tyson himself had always held Ali in the highest regard and never once placed himself above the icon. Plemons emphasized that the two legends competed in entirely different weight divisions during their primes, making any fantasy matchup unrealistic to begin with, let alone one staged years later in a sanctioned setting. For him, the conversation wasn't just about age or ability, it was about respecting what each fighter represented in their own era.
Outside of watching Mike Tyson walk to the ring and the idea that maybe he'll knock out the little guy in Floyd that Tyson for a long time didn't like. You know, for a long time called Floyd a small little angry man or a small little scared man because he couldn't walk his kids to school by himself, mainly because Floyd had, he kind of disrespected Muhammad Ali, who was Mike Tyson's favorite fighter and one that he would never put himself above. But Mike's 60 years old, and if there was a time for Mike to get him and knock him out or whatever, it never would have happened because they were in completely different weight classes and XYZ. If you wanted to settle it outside of boxing, that's one thing, but now they're stepping into this exhibition. There's not going to be any weight classes, obviously, and there's not going to be really any winner to this, and I think we're all going to lose. I think us, the fans, are going to lose a big time because, again, I told you guys years ago that there is a certain brand of combat sports that does diminish.
Frank Martin added his voice to the growing list of fighters praising Floyd Mayweather, making it clear that whatever Mayweather wanted, he got. Nothing could prevent it. In Martin's eyes, Floyd had reached a level where barriers simply didn't exist, whether inside the ring or in the business moves he made outside of it.
Hey, if he still got it, he got it, you know. Hey, Floyd is Floyd, you know. He may be working over there out the country somewhere, you know, we don't know nothing about, but Floyd is Floyd. He can do what he wants.
An exhibition with Mike Tyson was officially on the table, and one thing could be guaranteed: Floyd Mayweather wouldn't treat it like a casual payday. Inside the iconic Mayweather Boxing Club, an insane training camp would unfold the only way Mayweather knew how: meticulous, obsessive, and built around absolute control. Every movement would be dissected, every round mapped out, every detail accounted for. Because even in an exhibition, Mayweather's need for perfection never took a night off. Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson didn't hold back when reacting to the news of Mayweather and Tyson agreeing to an exhibition. Sharpe's answer came immediately: not really. He made it clear he would rather see Floyd face someone active, someone who could actually protect themselves and pose a legitimate challenge. Because as great as Floyd was, and as great as Tyson had once been, this felt different. It felt exactly like what Mayweather himself loved to call a bank robbery with no mask.
Really? Not that 60? No, I'm not cool with it. Obviously, for Floyd, I would love Floyd to have an exhibition with someone else that is somewhat a little bit more active, someone that can protect themselves a little bit, someone that can pose somewhat of a challenge. As great as Floyd is, as good as Mike Tyson once was, what they can do is they can protect themselves. They can fight and still protect themselves, you know? Mm-hmm. And this is almost like what Floyd loved to call a bank robbery with no mask.
He said it.
And he's always been good at that over the years. But I would love for him to somewhat challenge himself just a little bit. And if you want to do an exhibition, let it be Manny Pacquiao.
As the boxing world braced for a spectacle unlike any other, one thing became undeniable: the meeting of Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. transcended sport and entered the realm of a cultural phenomenon. Two legends from different eras, driven by different motivations, yet united by the same unshakable confidence that defined their dominance. Whether fans viewed it as a legitimate contest or simply a lucrative exhibition, the intrigue was impossible to ignore. Age, legacy, and risk all took a backseat to the simple fact that when the bell rang, the world would be watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Tyson-Mayweather collision, hit that like button and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns. And drop a comment below. Are you buying what this fight is selling, or has the exhibition era finally gone too far?